Welcome to Runako Universe. I know everything, you know nothing. And this is episode 7 of this podcast where I share my knowledge and help you figure out how to exist on this planet and, of course, in the universe beyond. So let's get into it. A lot of people have been posting these watch till the end videos on social media, and I think we need some rules as a society as to what a watch till the end video should be. First of all, I don't want to see a proposal. I don't want to see a surprise reunion. Nothing love, tear jerking, all of that foolishness. Just put what it is in the caption and let people who are interested in love and all of that, let them watch those videos. A watch till the end video should have one of three things. It should have an explosion. There should be someone falling off of something and being saved at the last minute, or a car running into a group of people, a truck running into a group of people. Now, if you tell me watch till the end and it's just a bunch of people just minding their business, minding my business, I'm carrying my shopping bags, I'm on the street, I went shopping, I got toilet paper. We're not in the pandemic anymore, there's toilet paper everywhere, and I'm walking, and then all of a sudden, boom, out of nowhere, herd of cows runs into the crowd. That is a watch till the end video. I don't want to see soldier comes home at his kid's basketball game. I do not care. Watch till the end videos needs to be either a disaster or a quick save from disaster. Let's leave the romance category for other things. There are other times for romance. Stop wasting my time. As we're speaking about watching, I have a message for the Uber drivers out there. And I'm in Japan, Tokyo, Japan. The majority of Uber in Tokyo and other really populated cities, it's all bicycles out here. And I need the bicyclist to understand something. First of all, you're taking forever to get here with my food because you're on a shitty bicycle. I get that. It's cool. It's the mode of transportation. Some people have a moped, but most of you are on bicycles. I am watching you like a hawk in the sky, to quote Aliyah. Rest in peace, baby girl. Stop stopping at traffic lights. I do not give a fuck about the traffic rules. Stop stopping at traffic lights with my food. I'm seeing you. I'm seeing you. You're not a vehicle, buddy. You're not a vehicle. Cross with the crossing lights. Go up on the pavement. Right. Shake up my food. I don't care. I like my sauce soaked in. And most times I'm ordering Korean fried chicken anyway. And I need that gochujang to really get down into those nooks and grooves of that fried chicken. So shake up my stuff. I don't care. Hop up on this sidewalk, hop off this sidewalk. But I don't need an extra 5 minutes of my food just out. Those boxes are not keeping my food insulated enough. It's not enough to stop my food from being a little bit cold. So every minute counts. If you are an Uber Eats rider, you're moving around on a bicycle, get me my food. Stop obeying the traffic laws. Get me my food faster. And I wish I could tell you, don't make multiple deliveries. But one time, I ordered KFC and a guy messed up the orders and I got a whole bucket of chicken for the price of 2 pieces. So you know what? Keep taking multiple orders. But let's stop with you can't figure out how to manage 2 orders. Maybe that's too complicated for you, but I feel like understanding that you don't need to obey all the traffic lights because you're not in a motorized vehicle, that should be simple. So let's get my food faster to me. Society is evolving, man. Society is changing and we've got to understand how to change with it. Most recently, one of the changes that I have observed that I think people haven't been tracking is that we are moving away from certain things and we all need to move away from them at once because there's the danger of being left behind. A good example of a thing that we all moved away from: flash mobs. Some people might argue that we should have moved away from flash mobs before we started doing flash mobs. And there's validity to that argument, but we are where we are. However, Now all the flash mob people are at home doing TikTok dances, which is crazy because somehow now they have even less friends than when they were doing flash mobs. But that's neither here or there. We moved on as a society and people know we're no longer doing flash mobs. We need to take the cues and observations. What we're no longer doing as a society is 8 miling. If you don't know what 8 miling is when you say everything bad about yourself to take away the power from someone else saying it. And I just want you to see that that won't always work. We have a great example. Recently, there were two people who had a bit of an audio tiff, and one person decided he would take the power into his hands and he would say to the other person, of course, you can say that I'm a P dizzle dizzle. I don't want to have to edit this over, but you know what I mean when I say P dizzle dizzle, you know? You trying to strike a chord and it's probably, but he thought that was like getting ahead of what the accusations would be. And then he also said, oh, this gentleman just opened his mouth. Someone give him a Grammy. And neither of those things really worked in his favor because what then happened was one, they did give him a Grammy, and then everyone in the room also sang, hey, you're a P Dizzle Dizzle. So what we want to do is give up on the 8 Mile strategy. And also, I heard Mom Spaghetti, that restaurant by Eminem, the 8 Mile guy, ain't that good anyway. I've heard. I don't know. Eminem, please don't sue me and don't make a song about me. Like, you rap so good and you're so fast. I've never been into your rap. I'm just not that angry, and I've never really wanted to kill a woman. Real talk. That's just it's not my speed. I'm not saying you're not good at what you're doing, but some things are for some people and that's not for me. And I'm not saying that your Mom's Spaghetti restaurant is bad because I haven't had it, but I've just heard that it's shit. So please let me use my example here. And when you were 8 miling, it was cool, M. It was cool, Marshall. But the point is, to society, we're not 8 miling anymore. You know some bad shit about yourself? Keep that shit to yourself and try to figure out how to attack your enemy. All right? Let's move over to the Runako Universe Media Corner. On today's Media Corner, we're going to be discussing a Japanese show. It's all in Japanese. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called Marujo wa Guchi Shitai. In English, the woman in the circle wants to complain. And I think anyone who is considering marrying a Japanese woman, any foreigner, should watch this show because you'll be thinking that life is sweet and you can go out and do what you want and you can cheat and you can not make money as an English teacher and your wife is just there. This woman comes in. So basically, it's a panel of 3 women and another woman comes in and she has some problems. They put a circle over her face to hide her identity. They also kind of like tone down the voice so it sounds like it's a mafia movie. It's hilarious. It's really unnecessary. No one cares about who this woman is. But anyway, they protect her identity. And then they give super specific facts about the person's life that anyone who actually knows them can probably figure out. But that's neither here nor there. They put this woman on TV and one of the women, she comes in and she says, my husband is on dating apps and he's using the dating apps too much and he's always drunk and he's not giving money and he doesn't help with the kids and da 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 da. And this group of women proceed to just break it down for her. Cold as ice. And this is one of the things I respect about Japan. It also terrifies me about Japan. They go through the timeline of how long it will take before her youngest kid, I think, turns 18. And they just proceed to be like, 10 years is no time, my dog. You're young. And as soon as that time hit, flip the switch. And like, I'm doing a loose translation, but this is literally what they're telling this woman. Like, flip the switch and just be so cold that he's going to be surprised at what happened. And I'm just sitting there like, I'm not saying that only Japanese women think this way. I've found, and you should know, that in this society, like, that kind of thinking, there's no moral quandary about it. It just is what it is. All right, you're going to do your thing. That immediately puts me in position to do my thing if I'm going to do it. And it's because it's 4 people in the room. And there's a man who, for some reason, for the entirety of the show, is just sitting, eating fried chicken and other foods. That's his role. And every now and then he'll make one comment. But no one is batting an eye about this plan to basically resent your husband for 10 years silently, and then as soon as your kid turns 18 to leave him and restart a new life. Everyone in the room is like, yeah, yep, good plan, good plan. No qualms about it. And I'm not judging the plan. I'm just observing that there's no real, I wonder if this is a good thing or not, or if there's another way I can approach this. They're just like, yo, lock that shit up, and when it's time to move, and forget that nigga. So if you think it's all nice, please think twice. Ooh, I'm rhyming. I'm a rapper. You think it's all nice? Think twice. You come into the Chinese restaurant, you make some fried rice. I mean, it's food kind of hot, real spice. Any, I, I'd like to apologize to my viewers for what just happened. I got ahead of myself and I attempted to freestyle, and I am in no way a rapper. I am sorry. Let's move on. Today's question, and remember, if you have a question you want to know about anything, I know everything, you know nothing, of course. So feel free to email RunakoUniverse at runakouniverse@gmail.com, or you can DM me on Instagram, RunakoUniverse. So today's question comes from Brian K. And Brian K says, I'm agnostic, but I live in a very religious society, so I let my kid go to church regularly. I see the benefits of organized religion, but I don't want my daughter depending on God for everything. Runako, what's the best way to encourage her to believe in herself instead of praying to Jesus every time she has a challenge? This one's a bit tough. It's tough to navigate. I understand why you needed to write into an all-knowing body like myself to give you the answer. Here's what you do here. You encourage your kid to believe. You encourage your kid to believe in Jesus. You let her have her religious beliefs. You also use that to motivate her to become very successful. Now, somewhere in this mix, one night, while your kid's asleep, dress up and set up some flashlights and convince your kid that you are Jesus. Stay with me here. So now you are not only her father, but her holy father. You're with me. So now you just running things. You in charge of the household. You're also in charge of a mortal soul. Now you've got to use this power wisely. But as we push the child towards success and achieving, everything comes back to you. Thank you for bringing me into the world. Thank you for making sure that I exist as a spiritual being as well. You have now, and if we're keeping it real, most people who have children on some level, it's because they want to play God. They want to make a human. So all you are really doing is getting the job done 100%. So that's my advice to you. Like, let your kid believe in Jesus all they want. But if you're worried about where the religion itself might take them, why don't you be Jesus? There's a lot of Mexican men doing it. They might pronounce it with a hey instead of a G, but they're doing the exact same thing. I think that's all the advice that anyone's going to need from me today. This has been Runako Universe. I know everything, you know nothing, and we're out. Peace.